Alright guys, we have a lot of great stuff coming from this recent data download. As always, we're on the timeline, we're on Proton side of things. I will leave his link down in the description. But from the data download today, of course, after we've already gone through, we were getting 2 new Peppy Gals units in Tech Ranfan and AGL Videl. Both units looking very good, especially that Videl who can work well with the Dokkan Fest LR Gohan, Trunks and Goten. We're getting a brand new stage in Heart Pounding Heroine Battle, stages 10 to 11, which a lot of people have been memeing the last 24 hours with just being absolutely terrified considering how difficult Bulma was at one point in Dokkan. To the point where I think I tried it a couple times and I've never gone back since. It's still not beaten. Or a potential boss rush stage coming for that as well, who knows? We're also getting brand new stages for Supreme Magnificent Battle, stages 4 and 5. Also, of course, getting the EZA for Tech LRSJ2 Gohan, which is literally out right now. I'm literally grinding his EZA while I'm doing this video. We've got Dokkan on auto. And then we're getting the EZAs for Heroines Edition 5, which is for Cheelai and also Fasha. We'll go through those details in a moment. We're getting brand new tickets, wallpapers, and unique titles. All that usual good stuff that does come in a data download. So it's not actually a boss rush. Could you imagine if there was a boss rush for Heroine Battle? I think I'd scream. We're getting stage 10, which is against Kawaii, and stage 11, which is Brian de Chateau. So those are going to be the brand new stages. Are we potentially looking at Ribrian being one of the most difficult enemies in the game? We just might well do. The stages 4 and 5 for Supreme Magnificent Battle Next Gen Saiyans Edition is going to be Gohan, Goten, and Trunks Part 1 and also Part 2. And then we've got our usual stuff for, of course, the EZA. Again, this is out right now. I'm currently grinding it. The EZAs for both Fasha and Cheelai. We're also getting a brand new summon point ticket, so we're finally getting this. The summon ticket you get, which will allow you to perform a single summon in the summon where you can use these tickets. So all of them summon points you've been saving up, you've been earning, you've been gaining from doing summons with the little scouter item. You can now finally trade those in and get yourself some Dokkan Fest tickets and use your summon tickets on the Dokkan Fest special banners they're going to be dropping. So hopefully the rates are going to be good. Hopefully if you end up converting your summon points and get your tickets, you manage to pull things you are looking for. Hopefully that same luck stems towards me. There's also going to be one for a legendary summon carnival. Because again, these are related to banners. So again, hopefully you guys pull the stuff you were looking for. And also we have a brand new special ticket as well, which is for Dokkan Day, which is happening right now. So make sure you are completing the missions, which are literally really easy and bog standard to do. To get your special tickets, you can currently get 14 in the game. And make sure you're also grinding everything right now in terms of the Hyperbolic Time Chamber event, the Training in the Clouds event. Get those link levels up. So this ticket, which I think a lot of us are a bit confused, like what is this going to be for? Some speculation was for Tanabata, but it's not going to be. We now know because we're getting that brand new Ranfan and Videl. These tickets are specifically going to be so you can perform summons on the Gale Power summon. So I know some people were confused. I saw it on the timeline yesterday or early hours this morning. People are like, oh, I can't use these on Gohan. We've already had tickets for Gohan. What's this going to be for? Is it going to be for Tanabata? No, this is literally for the Peppy Gals banner that's up and coming, which I know a lot of you are probably going to skip, but at least you get some free summons on there as well, even though I know a lot of you probably would have preferred to have these, say, for the LR, Gohan, Trunks, and Goten. But regardless, they are 2 very good units. Free summons at the end of the day are free summons. We can also get a brand new wallpaper, which is literally the title screen, and also a brand new unique title as well, which looks pretty nice indeed. So here is pretty much everything that is going to be in this data download. Also, there was another thing that Proton has put up that I want to find. Also, Supreme Thanks came today. Let me know if you spent the stones, if you got anything. There is another tweet from Proton regarding... here it is. So remember this? You remember this? After each data download, we had gaps in IDs and everything and what could possibly come. Turns out the newest EZAs that we're currently getting has filled those gaps, and the new cards gave us single ID gaps, which are the Ranfan Videl, the Peppy Gals EZAs, probably SSJ2 Gohan, etc., the LR Gohan, Trunks, and Goten. So he says it does point to us getting a brand new Super EZA. So who knows, maybe B-Pan, since there's Peppy Gal units dropping and EZAs dropping, maybe B-Pan could be receiving a Super EZA. Who knows? But that is everything coming in the data download. Quite a bit of content stemming off the back of the GDC Part EX. But now we have the details that Dokkan have posted themselves for both Cheelai and Fasha. Do you remember when Cheelai was probably one of the most useful units in the game? So, let's see how good she is now. So, her basic effects are Key +3, 339% defense, a Scouter, still one of the best abilities to have in Dokkan ever. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres. 70% chance to dodge, which is always very nice. All allies Key +3, attack and defense of 39%, and chance to crit by 20%. Self-excluded, so you won't get that support. However, of course, all allies will get that support as well, which is very good indeed. Then for every attack evaded, which she does have enough chance to do so, she will build 139% within the turn. And there's no cap on that. No cap. All facts, no cap. So if Cheelai can dodge enough, if she dodges enough enemy attacks, if you put her in harm's way, you can keep building 139% each time on her defense, which I think is pretty crazy. So I wonder how far you can get her with that. Every time the character evades 3 attacks in battle, she will recover 39% HP at the end of the turn, up to 3 times, which is a decent amount of HP, which I understand the cap being there, but that's a decent amount of health to recover off of one unit. Then after evading 6 or more attacks in battle, all allies will gain 39% attack and defense for 3 turns, self-excluded. Combine that with the support she already has, that is a total of 78% attack and defense, Key +3, and 20% chance to crit on all allies, which I think is great. Of course, the second 39% attack and defense will last for 3 turns, which I think is really nice because that will just spill over into multiple rotations. It's only the one turn you'll get all of it combined together. Then after receiving a normal, she will get an extra 139% defense temporarily, so that'll be for the rest of the turn. And when receiving a super attack, she'll have a chance to evade enemies' attack by 10% temporarily, which takes her up to 80% dodge chance when she supers. So imagine you're sitting there in a rotation, Cheelai gets super attacked, she dodges it, that's 80% dodge chance, more chance to dodge often than not, even though that 20% chance may kick in sometimes. That's an extra 139% defense. Then she still has 80% chance to dodge. I know a lot of you is probably giving her dodge in a hidden potential system as well, just because that is the main use of her. And if she keeps dodging, again, you're just continuously building 139% defense for the remainder of that turn, which I think is fantastic. And then the more you dodge, that's a 39% HP recovery. After 6 dodges, that's the extra support as well. So a very good utility unit, a very good unit just for teams in general. It's a shame she can't be used most places, but a Scouter, ton of dodge, support, loads of extra defense, and big HP recovery. Great unit to have on the team she can actually go on. And she will massively raise defense by 100% for the turn, which combined with all the defense she gets, that's a lot of defense, I'm not going to lie, with a lot of dodge chance. And of course, she can also seal, and she has a 50% chance to stun. So another great Peppy Girls unit, by the way. Not only is Videl really good, Ranfan looks really solid, especially where you can utilize her. Cheelai EZA looks really good. And now we just need Fasha. That's already like 3 very good Peppy Girls units. So I wonder if we're going to make it 4 from 4. So Fasha will start with 200% attack and defense, 50% damage reduction. Launch an additional attack, there's a 70% chance to become a super attack. Then for 5 turns from the character's entry, she'll also have guard. So 50% damage reduction and guard for 5 turns is pretty nice. Then from the 6th turn onwards, she'll have a guaranteed additional super and have a 70% chance to crit. Then for every attack received, she'll gain 40% attack and defense up to 200%, so only 5 attacks to build that. When there are another 2 lower class warrior category allies on the team, or when there are 2 or more Peppy Girls category allies on the team, she will gain 40% attack and defense whenever guard is activated, up to 200%. However, when guard is active, that will only be active or about for 5 turns from her entry. So what you're telling me is once these first 5 turns are up, Fasha can no longer get this? That seems really odd, I'm not gonna lie, because this isn't permanent. So once she loses this, because it's for 5 turns from her entry, there's no guard elsewhere, she can only get the extra 200% attack and defense whenever her guard is active, and there also has to be 2 or more low class warrior category allies on the team, or 2 or more Peppy Girls category allies on the team. Now, not every unit that drops, not every EZA has to be compatible in the most difficult content, which is fine. But I just think because of how good Cheelai is and the brand new Peppy Girls units are, Fasha would have a similar bit of treatment. Don't get me wrong, within those 5 turns, she looks great. Decent amount of stats, damage reduction, guard. You know, you've got an additional in there. Don't get the crit until 6th turn when you've lost the guard. But SBR and ESBR I think should be great because you're never really spending too many turns in SBR and ESBR. It's just a little bit weird that she'll only get the extra attack and defense, which is already stuck behind conditions whenever her guard is active, which then means even though you have built the team with those restrictions in place, not that they're going to be difficult because you typically are going to run her probably with Peppy Girls units for the majority of the time, not just on some random team, but she can no longer get the full 200% attack and defense because then she loses guard after turn 5. But then, as I said, considering she's probably built to go in events like SBR, ESBR, etc., short events that aren't, you know, the meta most difficult events, you're always probably going to be having the guard active, you're always probably going to be getting that 200% attack and defense, and you never probably have to worry about losing it. But in general, it's just such a weird thing to do, in my opinion. Then on super attack, Fasha will greatly raise attack and defense by 50% for 1 turn, and also have a 50% chance to stun. A quite solid EZA. Cheelai definitely way better. Way better, but a solid EZA for what you're probably going to use her for. And then when it comes to when everything is dropping, we are going to be getting the Videl and Ranfan literally in 2 days and 15 hours time. So 6 o'clock in the morning for me on the 18th. And then we're also getting Cheelai and Fasha literally at the exact same time. So for those of you who are not overly bothered by these, of course, save your stones. For those of you who are also not overly bothered by the EZAs coming out, even though again, Cheelai does look very good for teams. It's just a shame you can't run her in too many other places. You can also get those stones, which I know a lot of you are going to want to be building up, especially off the back of GDC, especially with Town Battle literally coming in less than a month's time. So that is everything from the data download. Let me know down in the comments if you're going to be summoning for Videl and Ranfan, the Pepper Girls units, and let me know what you think of the EZAs down in the comments, or if you're just going to be saving stones, or maybe you're going to be doing both. I want to hear it regardless, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care, have a great day, and peace.